So peep game, man, it's a few things I heard that I wish, someone that's older or someone that I looked up to would have told me when I was younger coming up. But for shorter words, no one is coming to save you. And man, just thinking of that sentence alone, man, you really don't grasp the concept of it until you really start getting older and starting to have to like gain more responsibilities and do certain things on your own. You feel me? But like, no one is coming to save you is so bold and so true, because you gotta think, a lot of us have wants and desires and things that we aspire to achieve in the future. And those dreams are so real, and it's so like, it's so many different versions of yourself that exist in the future. So many different possibilities that exist in the future. And we all know this because we can see it on the internet. A lot of people, they gain success overnight and they have their own little success stories and how long it took and all this and that. And you could just look at where they was before the success, and you'll realize a lot of people around the world can relate to that. You might have a very successful streamer, right? And before they started their content journey, they probably started out in a basement somewhere in their grandma's house or something, And a lot of us watching this can relate to that, but it all started with them. It all started with a plan and action, and positive thoughts and positive thinking and changing, oneself. And, it all starts with changing like the things that you do on a daily basis. And, and a lot of that stuff is not easy. You might think, oh, it might take so much and it's all out of reach. But your dreams is literally around the corner. Like, and by around the corner, I can mean like a year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months. Your shit can, like, you can literally pop off and go viral, or you can just gain success like real soon, like faster than you think. Like, you might be thinking that, oh, okay, it might take 10 years to achieve something, and you never know. But like, you could have literally gained success the next day, tomorrow, or like in 2 days, but you would have never known because you probably quit it or you probably never started. You feel me? So this is why nobody is coming to save you. It's so real to me, because it basically, means that like you have to like get up and do everything, and you have to be there for yourself. Like, you got to be the one to motivate yourself. Like, you can't be the one to just be on the internet looking at other people's lifestyles and like, just relying on that to motivate yourself or to gain inspiration. You gotta like know what you want inside yourself. You gotta like sit and think, what do I want out of this life? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? Because that's what's really that's what's gonna stay on your mind. That's what really matters. Wherever you see yourself in 10 years, wherever you want to be in the next 10 years, 5 years, your future, that's what matters. So by you focusing on that, and by you, taking the time to see what it takes to get to that place in the future, it's only gonna make you progress. It's only gonna do better, for you and your journey. Everybody's journey is different. Some people it might take longer to achieve their goals than other people. Some people's goals take much more work to accomplish than some other people's goals. But you cannot ever give up on your goals, again, because you could literally achieve your goals next week, a few days. You never know, man. You never know. You might be this close to achieving something, and you would have never knew it because you gave up. You quit it. You feel me? And that's something that I gotta take, as far as advice, for myself too, because I watch my own videos too. I take everything that I say, and I take it in for myself, and try my best to live by, what I preach and what I'm saying too, because I got a lot of goals. I got a lot of things that I want to achieve in this life, and I see myself achieving so much. But it's like, even in my situation, it's hard too, because I'm putting out the work. I'm trying my hardest to stay consistent, and it just takes a lot in order for you to like, stay locked in. Because man, so many distractions out here that can easily just sweep you off your feet and just get you just lost in the sauce. You feel me? And That's what I'm saying. You gotta stay so focused on your goals to the point to where it's that as if life starts to get boring. Like lately, life low key starting to get boring because I'm doing the same shit. You might be in the same position. You might be seeing yourself doing the same thing, you know, because you're stuck to a routine and you're stuck to a plan. But that doesn't mean to get tired of it and then give up soon, you know, or stop doing it. That honestly could be another success sign. That could be a good sign that you're, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing, because eventually we'll all look in the future, or eventually we'll all look back in the past and be like, damn, we'll judge ourselves and be like, was I really doing what I needed to be doing in order for me to get to where I want in life? And for a lot of people, the answer to that question is gonna be no. You feel me? Because you know it's hard to stick to a certain plan, but just by you knowing that ain't nobody gonna save you, you know, it's gonna push you to higher limits. You feel me? It's gonna make you work. It's gonna make you work much harder for the things that you want in life, because you realize ain't nobody gonna come save you. Ain't nobody gonna come help you. You feel me? You know, if you one of them privileged kids who grew up with like rich parents or whatnot, it may take more for you to understand this too, because you know you just grew up with a lot of things that most kids haven't grown up with. You know, so it may take for them to teach you certain lessons for you to understand this. But for the average person, for the average people growing up in this world, it's kind of easy to understand that ain't nobody gonna come to save you after some point. You might not understand that right now if you're still living with your parents and stuff, but given enough time, you'll see real soon, bro. Like life hits kind of hard, and you know you gotta be the one to step up and take those hits. You know, life gonna throw so many punches at you, but like you low key just gotta just know what you want in life. You know what I feel me? Like it low key comes down to how much do you want it? Like how much do you want to be financially free? How much do you want to, you know, get that big house, get that nice car, you know, or move your mom into a better house, you know, or just move to a different state? Whatever it is that you want, like how much do you want it? It's what it's gonna all come down to at the end of the day. You feel me? Because that's what's gonna decide whether or not you put in the work needed to get to that goal in the future. If you don't have the hunger for certain things, your work ethic gonna be down. You're not gonna be able to stay consistent during the tough times. Cause I'm noticing myself, times get tough, and even though I'm still working on certain things, no matter what happens, I gotta stay on my path. You feel me? I gotta make sure that I'm still focused on the things that actually matter. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, man, nobody's gonna come to save you. You have to be the one to take yourself to the next level in this life. Literally, you have to be the one to put in the work. You have to be the one to endure all those sleepless nights, all those days where it gets rough, it feels overly stressful, all those days where things don't go how you want it and how you plan things to go. Because granted, a lot of things is gonna go south. A lot of things ain't gonna go the way you want it to go in life. But that's okay, because honestly, life is gonna go how it's supposed to go. And I'm not where I wanna be at in life, but I'm at a place to where, you know, I'm better than what I was a year ago. You feel me? I'm not, you know, at the end goal, but at least I'm in a better position than I was last year, you know, the last year before that year. By me realizing that I progressed over the years, you know, that's another, you know, green flag. That's another thing that keeps me going, you know, is seeing progress. That's what I'm saying. If you gotta go, if you hungry enough for that goal and you work hard enough over a certain amount of time and you start seeing progress, that's gonna reinforce your work ethic. It's gonna make you keep going. Although I want so much more, I got so much right now that I gotta be grateful for, you feel me? So, man, if you're watching this video, man, you got so many goals in your life and so many things that you wanna achieve, and you might think that it's impossible or, you know, it's too far ahead in the future and you just don't think you can get it. But you have to stay focused and you have to want it enough. See, a lot of people, like, say you got a person who's like very athletic and they want to get to the NFL, and there's so many examples of this in real life right now. Look at all the successful NBA players. Look at their stories. You know how much work they put in to get into that position that they is in right now? You know, all the days where they had to, go to practice, you feel me? Play all those games. Some people may have not achieved that goal as far as going to the NBA or going to the NFL, but for the most part, for a lot of people who are successful, they put in a lot of work and it took a lot of time for them to get to the place that they wanted to get to. And that's the main thing that matters as far as you working towards your goals, man. It's your work ethic and you keep pushing. You staying consistent. Cause time itself will show. You feel me? If you working and you slacking and you not locked in, time itself is gonna show it. You gonna see it in your own life. You gonna see it. Out of the things that you got and the things that you are doing on a day-to-day basis, is gonna show if you're locked in or not. If you know you want to get certain things, take a few 90-day runs. Do that. Do what you know you have to do in order for you to get to that next level. Because we all know, for all the goals that we have, say if you want to get a car, you want to get certain things, you want to buy some land or you want to buy a house or something, you know what you need to do for you to do that. So do that. That's all I got for y'all for today's video, man. Stay locked in and nobody is coming to save you. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.